Hey there folks, in this video I'm going to be giving you the criteria for a top tier CC deal. I have talked about this briefly before, of course, but I want to give you like a checklist. This is literally the only setup that you need. When it comes to CC, this is the setup that I recommend, all the beginner traders that are learning CC to start with, or the folks that lack consistency with CC that still haven't found their way with it. I always recommend to start here first. You can branch out later when you get a little bit more advanced, and if you're smacking it out the park with CC already, which I know a lot of you are, then you don't need to just focus on this, of course. This is more for the folks that are just beginning, that don't have that consistency yet. I'm giving you that focus point where you could just lock in. Very simple stuff. There's going to be, like, at the end of this video, there should be no head scratching about how to approach this, okay? So here's the criteria. Let's jump right into it. Oh, and also before we get into that, I do want to give you a reminder. I don't shout out my mentorship that much because I don't like to turn my stuff into, that type of channel. But just giving you a heads up that I am opening up the mentorship in July to a full class. So I'll be interested in another full class come July. So if you do want to partake in the mentorship, the 1% Club, get access to like my live streams where I talk about this stuff live, call these plays live real time, and get access to all the other material that I have in here, as well as like one-on-ones with myself. There will be a link to the waiting list in the video description. Okay, but back into the video here. So UJ, we're going to go over this example. Whether you trade 1 hour CC, 4 hour CC, and yes, you can use this in futures too, by the way. I'm just using Forex because I'm a Forex trader. But here's the criteria so we're going to use this example. This is a bear CC deal. Of course, you want to see liquidity to frame it. So you see how the saying it's coming up and it's taking out significant liquidity. We have like this buy side right here. See how it cleans out the swing point. But even if you were to zoom out, we're cleaning out significant liquidity in here. See how it runs out all this liquidity? Do you need a level like this big to this degree to get your bear CC deal off of? No, I'm just pointing it out to you that you want to have liquidity taken. You want to see buy side liquidity taken. What is buy side liquidity? Let's be more specific. When I say I want to see buy side liquidity taken, what do I mean by that? A swing point. Point blank period. It's that simple. Look right here. Highest high in the middle, lower high on the left, lower high on the right. There's a swing point taken. That's what I mean when I say I want to see buy side liquidity taken. I'm talking about that swing point. We have a swing point taken right there. For your bear CC deal, you need to see it in a downswing. Now, does it need to have to be a fresh swing point? Does it have to be like only a swing point? No, but you need it to be like, it needs to be in a downswing, folks. It needs to be a confirmed downswing. So you need to have your highest high in the middle, a lower high on the left, a lower high on the right. That confirms the downswing. Now, it is a bonus and it is higher probability when it is a fresh swing point and it's third candle draw, which I've talked about on this channel. That is higher probability. But does this specific setup, do you have to only trade third candle draw for that to be valid? No. But it needs to be in that downswing for a bear CC deal. And of course, upswing for a bullish CC deal. So far we've concluded, okay, we need the liquidity to frame the deal. It has buy side liquidity right there taken. It's in a downswing, which confirms right there. Let me go back to replay so you can see what I don't want that to distract you to the right. It's in that downswing. That candle closes. It's in a downswing. Okay, and again, it could have another candle close beneath that. Still valid. It could have another candle close beneath that. Still valid. Here's where it becomes invalid. If it's a bear CC deal and this pulls back into a 1 hour discount, that's if you're trading a 1 hour CC deal, once it comes down into a 1 hour discount, you would disregard it. So whatever I'm measuring my dealing ranges, I didn't always do it like this, but I do it like this now because it gives you the most accurate dealing range. Whenever I'm drawing out my dealing ranges, I take the low that grabbed a previous swing point. So for example, you see how this right here, if you look at my cursor where it's moving, that right there, that candle came down and it took out this previous swing point right here. When I say swing point, low is slow in the middle, higher on the left, higher on the right. This candle right here took out that swing point. You didn't have that over here. This is like it just barely missed that. You see how that didn't grab that swing point right there? So I wouldn't draw my dealing range right there. I wouldn't draw my dealing range right here. I wouldn't draw my dealing range right there, and my cursor's now pointing. But I will draw it right here because this one right here, that candle grabbed that previous swing point. I do that to get the most accurate dealing range. So you see how you have that strong close right there. and it is still above 50% equilibrium with this range, above 50%, that means it's valid. And this would be valid until it comes down into a discount. The second that thing becomes, or it gets down into below 50% equilibrium, you disregard it. You disregard it at that point. It doesn't mean it still can't sell off, but you disregard it, because a big issue that folks face, that I see folks face with CC, is the timing aspect. Like they'll be correct a lot, like their thesis and everything's correct on the play, but then their timing's just off, and they get caught in reversals, back and forth, back and forth. This is going to solve that issue for you. Just make sure it's in a premium. Make sure it's expensive, folks. This is how you make sure it's expensive, but you need to be aware of where you are in that dealing range. So this thing is coming up, it's taking out so much liquidity, and it's above 50%. As long as it's above 50%, you can partake in it. Okay? Comes down below 50%, disregard it. And for a bullish CC deal, what do you think it would be? It would be a premium. Once it comes up above 50% of the dealing range, you would disregard it. Okay? Here's the next thing. On the bearish CC deal, you do not want to see it take out a swing low. Okay? What is a swing low? A swing low is where you have one candle in the middle that is lower than the one on the high, that is lower than the one on the left and the right. So for example, that's a swing low where my cursor is pointing. Lowest low in the middle, higher low on the left, higher low on the right. Swing low right there too. Swing low right there too where my cursor is now pointing. Swing low right there now where my cursor is pointing. Swing low right there. Swing low. So if that was to come down, and if, say, it was taken out, say like inside this range, for example, we had something like this that was taken out on that push lower. Okay, so price came down, and let's just imagine like it took out a level like that, like right there, and let's say it had a strong close, but then we got the pullback. You wouldn't partake in that because it took out a swing low. So that's a big, and the reason behind that is it's a bigger level of liquidity. There's more liquidity there. And when you take out more liquidity like that, then you're more likely to get caught in a reversal to the upside. Understand that price moves in the direction of least resistance. It's like ping pong back and forth, seeking liquidity to this liquidity, that liquidity to this liquidity. It's back and forth. So what we have concluded is you're going to be hitting bearish CC deals in a premium. Bullish CC deals are going to be in a discount. You don't want to see it take out that swing point. No swing point. And then the rest of it is just the basic criteria that I've already talked about. You want to see your pivot right there tested. Look, there's your close. It opens up, it pushes up without taking out that low. Because you want to see that left intact, that's going to be your target. The low of that candle right there is going to be your target. It comes up, it tests your pivot point right there. What do you want to see next? What do you want to see? You want to see, now you need your 5-minute sweep, of course, as well, don't you? Sure do. You need to see it take out 5-minute buy side. Look right here. See how that comes up right there? It takes out 5-minute buy side right here, right here. That's what we call the fake shift, the fake move. This is our target down here where my cursor is now pointing. So after you get that 5-minute liquidity sweep, then you can look for your 1-minute displacement. Look right there. On the displacement, what do you want to see? What confirms the shift for me? I need to see a fair value gap on the displacement. I have that right there. And I need to see a strong close beneath a short-term low. There's a short-term low. Actually, wait, right here, my mistake. Right here, look. You see this like right here, that short-term low? Where my cursor's pointing? You got a strong close beneath that level. And you get your fair value gap in there. As soon as that happens, you can market into it. Do you need to wait for a pullback into the imbalance right here to get in? No, you don't. You can just slowly market into it. You can hop right into it. As long as I got 10 pips, meaning at least 10 pips to my PT, then I don't need to wait for a pullback. I can literally hop right into it, slap the 1-to-1, because y'all know I like 1-to-1. That's just how I do it. Target that low. 1-to-1 would be where? Right there. Just to give it ample wiggle room to do its thing. Handles it. You're going to look for that specific criteria, folks. One more time. For a bearish CC deal, just reverse it for a bullish CC deal. You need to see a takeout, bias of liquidity, swing point. You need to see your strong close. Remember, it needs to be in the downswing. It needs to be in a confirmed downswing for a bearish CC deal, folks. Takes out bias of liquidity. It's in the downswing. It is in a premium. It's above 50% of the dealing range. There's no swing low taken. You need your pivot tested. You need the 5-minute liquidity sweep, 1-minute displacement. Run it out. For a 4-hour bear CC deal, it would be the same exact thing, just on a 4-hour. You would want to see 4-hour bouts of liquidity taken. So just imagine that that's a 4-hour level right there. Just imagine that you have a 4-hour dealing range right here. It needs to be in a 4-hour premium. You don't want to see a 4-hour swing low taken. It's the same exact thing. You're just on a higher time frame. Just take what I told you right here and apply it to the higher time frame. And then for bullish CC deals, same exact thing. Then it would just be like the opposite. You would want to see it in a 4-hour discount. The second it comes up into a 4-hour premium, you would disregard it. You don't want to see it take out a what? You don't want to see it take out a swing high if it's a bullish CC deal. So for example, a swing high would be highest high in the middle, like where my cursor is pointing, lower high on the left, lower high on the right. There's a swing high right there. There's a swing high right there, swing high right there. It's the same thing, just reverse. Stick with that specific criteria and you'll be just fine. You'll still get plenty of setups. And as I said, you can branch out later once you get a better understanding. But if you're lacking consistency or if you're brand new to CC, this is a good place to begin. And if you are not in my free Discord chat yet, I do highly recommend that you join that free Discord because I'll plug my plays in there real time so you can learn. It's because there's a lot of value in seeing this stuff play out real time and seeing me call it real time, seeing it unfold with me real time. It's going to do a lot for you and it's going to really accelerate your understanding of this. So if you're not on the free Discord, there should be a link to that in the video description as well. And again, if you want to partake in the mentorship July, you can put yourself on the wait list for that. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, you subscribe to the channel, and I will keep the content coming.